Seoul Garden.
Hello, Ambassador Gemini. Welcome to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host to the universe, Christopher Witecki. And before I dive into this week's scope, I do want to give you a personal invitation to this community we are growing on the internet called soulgarden.me. Truly, there's no place like Soul Garden. This is a group of light workers. We are creating an area where remarkable souls can live their brightest. This is a home away from home. Come put a profile here so we can get in touch with you. Come network. If you're a light worker, come find people that need you. Come find people that can teach you. That's what it's all about at soulgarden.me. And I want to remind you that we're all here for you to support you, including this, our writer staff here, who is constantly out there finding Gemini buzzwords and whatnot. And what was it? I had to actually look at my notes. Oh my God. This week's article, I ran away from God and hooked up with an Aquarius. That's the title of it. I ran away from God and hooked up with an Aquarius. That is so funny because haven't we all? Check that out. Everyone runs away with an Aquarius or a Pisces. You could have inserted that. But that's kind of the cool literature you can get and the support at soulgarden.me. And Lightcast Bootcamp, I just want to tell you tickets are for sale. This is a reminder. This is me on camera live being your personal Obi-Wan CW, helping you stand in your force, standing in your light work ability. I don't know how new you are to Soul Garden, but I'll tell you this. You're going to figure out eventually that people are magical and that they create their reality. There's no question to it for those of us who are doing it actively. If you want to learn how to do it, every human being has the right to know, and we teach you affordably. So come on down to lightcastbootcamp.com. That's it. Okay, Ambassador. Well, where are we? Well, we're stepping into Pisces. That's where we are. Now, if you don't know, this is how we operate at Soul Garden. There are 12 states of reality that make up reality, 12 different parts of our soul that have a different touch or keep a touch on life. One part of our soul does nothing but make decisions. This is the commander-in-chief part of us, the dictator in us, the director in us, the decision maker in us, the legacy creator in us, but most commonly in pop culture astrology, career. Your career transit. Because career is the end-all be-all of decisions, control, and legacy, right? So this is your annual career transit. But when it comes to career, the Geminis are getting a lot of support from God University. It seems that Geminis are about to be doing some major shifting in career and legacy, and it looks like it's going quite spiritual. Now, first of all, it's spiritual anyways. Pisces is the energy that Geminis use in order to craft their world, which means synergy, God, sympathy, compassion. Geminis tend to be in places where they are making things flow easier through communication, through analysis, through their minds, but at the end of the day are usually about making things flow easier, right? Pisces. So as we begin on Monday, the real question is very simple to all Geminis. Do you love what you do? Do you love where you're going? Do you love the decisions that you make? Do you love this part of yourself? That's the question. Do you love this part of yourself? Chapter 1 degree. The moon will be kind of actually more theoretical. The moon will be in Aquarius, so your emotions are kind of still learning and picking up from last week's transit. But the question is, do you love yourself on Monday? Now, for those of you who are watched over by me in the Guardian Agency, I'll be sending out Witexts on Monday, personal Witexts, but only if you have an issue in Pisces, going back to your natal chart. So if I see something funky in your Pisces realm, I'll be sending you a text of things to keep a lookout for the next 30 days. You might want to save those text messages if that's the case. Now, Tuesday is Lightcast Day, the brightest and most powerful day of the month to manifest our reality. That's because the sun and moon, the two most important ingredients of manifestation, come together. We learn about this in Lightcast Bootcamp. That's our capital awareness and our emotions. This means it's a day of really setting intention, especially emotionally, with what you want out of career. So this might be this month manifesting as control issues, decision-making problems, not knowing what to decide for your career legacy. It can manifest in thousands of ways, but it does come down to, in the core, your heart wanting it to operate a certain way, desiring it to go a certain flow. And what you want to do is hold that space on Tuesday. You want to impregnate the universe with your intention of what career is. And yes, this is a step of manifestation, telling the universe emotionally what we want. So do that on Tuesday. On Wednesday, it's exploring your options. Jupiter rules the day. Should be a fun day, a good hump day, I think, for most people. The moon is still in Pisces, so you are still feeling it and still feeling your career. You're going to be passionate about what your new goal is, your legacy, or what things are going on. Notice this little party going on here in Pisces. This little fire dragon here is Chiron. It's a comet asteroid, if you don't know, and it is the home planet of Virgo. It is the focusing agent of where healing is, or where integrity restoration is happening. So the universe is restoring integrity to Gemini career consciousness. So if you lack integrity with decision making, you're not going to have to much longer. Chiron is going to help you find integrity. It's kind of like a magnet. Chiron is a magnet. If you need a Band-Aid lump, it just kind of sticks to you. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like the universe just has things fall out of the sky that you need. That's Chiron. So that's good. That means it's a blessing. A lot of energy blessing you. But Wednesday's about exploring your options. Explore your career options. Explore everything. Who knows? What if you got out of the field? And for those of you who are at home with kids, that's your legacy. Those kids are your career. Explore your options. Then Thursday, shift hits the fan. Uranus breakdown, our first breakdown of the season of Pisces. Something might go wrong at work. Something might go wrong with the kids. Something might go wrong with your diabolical plan to rule the world. Something might go wrong. But whatever goes wrong, it was meant to go wrong. Uranus breaking down is showing you where you built your house out of straw, little piggy. And as a result, the big bad wolf, Uranus, has gotten you. Not a bad thing, but it can suck sometimes. Don't worry. Remember, Chiron's there. In fact, Chiron is directly conjuncting that day. So it's almost like as the universe hands you a pink slip, there's your Obamacare check at the same time. So Chiron is right there to help you regardless. The universe has got your back on this one, but you can't get around going through it. Now, here's something to help you out. On Thursday, we're launching a new feature in the garden. We call it Office Hours. This is our little community service to our world. This is where our light practitioners come on camera and do free 5-minute readings. This is to help you become acquainted with us, to see how powerful we are. It's in a public setting. You're on webcam. We're on webcam. So if you don't have a webcam, you can't participate. I'm sorry. We want to do it in this way so that everyone can learn from each other's issues and problems. It is public, but it's a great way to get started with your healing. So come on down Thursday. I'm kicking it off at 11 a.m. Pacific. That's 9 Honolulu, 7 London if you don't know. And I will be there answering your questions. You have to get in line, and we answer your question one by one on webcam. Cool. Then on Friday, no matter what happens, Friday's about breakthrough. We're going to break through on Friday. That's because Mercury rules the day, so we get it, okay? The moon moves into Aries. You might have a little bit of a social faux pas. When the moon crosses Uranus, it's always an emotional, it's kind of like knocking the wind out of you. Something could, freak you out. It's like, I don't know, you'll feel what I mean, okay? It's that feeling meets friendship. So, you'll have to see. It's when you get like a head rush, that fire thing. That's the Uranus feeling, I'm telling you. But it is about social. It's about your emotional expectation of your friends or society. Let's say you get laid off and your friends don't support you. That's what it kind of is. But they were never supporting you. That's what Uranus is trying to teach you. So might be a little bit of a fever going on in the morning, but then things really do pan out Friday afternoon. Now, also Seoul Garden Live. Hey, our new webcam talk show with Carolyn Nagel and myself, and now 3 practitioners live from around the world. This is turning into the view from above on webcam. It's cool. And we've got cool stuff there, live chat room, come meet people. It's definitely our town meeting of the iVillage of Seoul Garden. But come on down and check it out. If you don't or can't, we got it recorded. Don't worry. Then on Saturday, it's Love Fest Day. That's because the moon is crossing over Venus. When the moon crosses Venus, we get the ability to restore love and tranquility in our life. Venus allows things to just get flowing again. It's the restoration of giving and receiving. So when the emotional field of the moon crosses that field, things just restore. This is a day to make apologies. This is a day to correct a situation. This is a day to heal. If you're mortally wounded in your career, control issues this week, well, this is a day where you'll feel better about it. Venus restores all of that. and it's Love Fest Day. It's a day where we say in the garden, or we say to all of our fellow gardeners, hey, we love you, don't forget that. There's like, we reestablish our love connections. And by the way, for those of you who I watch over in GA, I've got a little present for you on Saturday. I'll be making my first phone call. That's right. The GA system will be calling you and sending you a little gratitude on Saturday. And it's my recorded message. Yes, it's recorded, but it's from the heart. So make sure to pick up the phone or send it to voicemail if you want to record it. And for those of you who aren't in GA, we got a present for you too. It's called the Love Lounge. This is a new area of the garden where it's all about pumping up your love vibration. At the top is like on MTV. It's music videos hosted by Carolyn Nagel. So she's up there and she's talking her heart out and she's there with you. And we've got a chat room where you can meet people, pass out business cards. There's a webcam room in there. It's off the hook. It's high technology and it's there for you 7 days a week, but it kicks off on Saturday. So check it out. Then on Sunday is actually God's day. Neptune rules the day on Sunday. So things really take a quiet Sunday. It's a day of peace, it's a day of prayer, and it's a day of restoring healing. So if you want to know the whys, why God, why? We really want to ask on Sunday. Great day for reading, great day to book a reading with a Soul Garden practitioner, Soul Mart practitioner, because everyone's psychic. They're more psychic, you're more psychic. Things get done on Sunday, but you got to meditate or metastate. All right, Gemini, that's all I got for now. I just want to remind you, remember, boot camp, keep it open. This year, Geminis are going to step into their psychic awareness and step into their power, and then Jupiter moves into your sign. So you might want to get ahead and get in boot camp and get together. So that reminder. And I will either see you on office hours or SG Live, or I'll call you on Saturday, but I'll see you, nothing else, in 7 days, right? Until then, live, love, be.